Welcome back to another feature focus. Today, we're going to be discussing calendar functions within the Moku platform. Calendar functions are one of the most critical and essential pieces to everybody's social media and their influence building packages. Calendaring is included in our most basic package all the way up to the most expensive package because it's so critical and so important that you nail this. So I wanted to just take a few things and touch upon some things that we do within our calendar functions, that some of which are available in common tools like Calendly or other types of calendar feature sets, but this is pretty cool. Custom scheduling links. What this means is that you're able to produce a particular link for a specific type of event within a particular calendar. I'm going to touch upon all the cool features I want to talk about, and then I'm going to show them to you in a demonstration. So, custom scheduling links, Google integration, team calendars, minimum notice, and daily limits. For example, I don't want to have anyone book an appointment in an hour from now. I only want them to book it 8 hours from now at the soonest, or 4 hours, or whatever that time is that you want to focus on, where you may not be at your calendar. It can check on it right away. This is a very handy feature. Also, you can limit the number of daily appointments in that calendar type. Daily limits on the number of appointments that you can hit. Time zone detection, website embed, and collect payments. Okay, so yes, you can collect payments for a particular calendar type. If you have a consulting type business and you want people to pay you for that appointment ahead of the appointment, you can literally require payment before they can book that appointed time, which is amazing. It's amazing. I'm going to show you what these features actually look like and then kind of walk you through what it means for you and your business. As I roll around the screen, you can see we talked earlier about the team functionality. If I have discovery calls that I have set up in a particular calendar set, I can choose from my team who I want to be involved in those discovery calls. Let's say I want to include Jasmine and Herschel and Harazon, right? I then add these people to my team, and then I can say things like, okay, when people book on this calendar, I want them to get this little description of what it means to discover Moku, so on and so forth. And then I just scroll down, I hit save. Now all 4 of us members are available as people who can be booked in that calendar mode. Now when I actually go to review my calendar setup, you can see in my discovery calls, I have 5 different discovery call types. So let's say I met someone through LinkedIn and I want to do a discovery call with someone I met from LinkedIn. This is where the power really sets in. I can say, okay, I don't want Jasmine to take those calls, but I want Herschel to be high priority on these and Harazon to be medium, and I'll be the lowest because I don't want to spend my time on discovery calls. I can set up a unique a meeting location for each of these appointments. So if I wanted to have a Zoom personal meeting ID for each person, they could do it here. If I wanted to do some type of custom integration, I can do it there. I can also integrate directly with a Zoom account that is assigned to each person taking those calls. This is totally powerful. It allows me to do name the specific calendar to a LinkedIn. We connect on LinkedIn. Let's chat. I can then color code the calendar and add custom name values inside of the appointment title. So quick call with contact name and Todd Westra. As soon as I register for that, it goes straight to there. Now I go to availability. Okay, I only want these to be 30-minute calls. I also only want them to have to be able to be booked on the 30-minute increments instead of, maybe on the 15 or the hour or whatever. I want to make sure that there's at least 15 minutes between this appointment and the previous one. I want to book one person per slot, or I want to have up to 8 people, or whatever the number is. I can have as many people in that appointment slot at a time. If I'm doing like a webinar and I only want 8 people in there, I can have people book for that particular webinar slot and have it up to 8 people. Very, very cool stuff. I can also say I only want to do one of these a day, and that has its place. I have a client who does a lot of very deep dive calls with her clients, and she can only do 2 of those a day because it takes a lot out of her. So this is a really important feature. You can also, like I mentioned earlier, do the minimum scheduling notice so that you can accommodate to not getting a surprise appointment popping on your schedule in 15 minutes. You can set how long ahead of time you want to have that minimal schedule notice available. The date range, let's say I only wanted to book out in the next 4 days. Done. You can also set a calendar office hours for that particular calendar. Let's say you only want to do them on Mondays and Tuesdays. You could block out all the other days and just eliminate those from your schedule, and boom, now you're not available on Wednesday, so on and so forth. The confirmation, this is cool. You can set up a custom registration form for each one of these appointment types. So if I have a particular type of call where I want to collect specific data from the person registering on that call, done deal. This is fantastic, fantastic stuff. As we look through this, you can also integrate with your Stripe, have that payment before they can register, full integration with your Google Calendars, notes that you want to show up inside of the calendar invite, including dynamic fields, so you can see the info is pulling from their registration, and even tie it into your Facebook marketing so that it knows that there was an appointment scheduled. That can be counted as a win inside of your Facebook analytics, and any other custom coding you want to have tied to that. Now, the beauty is that all these functions are available in that calendar setup. You can set up multiple calendar types for that team. So if I have some people that I want to be on my Clubhouse team and some people on the quick discovery calls, I can assign which users I want to be available on any of those specific calendars. You'll see I've got a one-on-one calendar. I've got a specific campaign I'm running type calendar. The calendaring functions are huge. If you don't take the time to set up a calendar function inside of the actual specific calendar type, you can have your personal calendar set up here. So let's say that I'm a part-time employee of this company. I can set up my own schedule and say I am not there on Wednesdays, I'm not there on Thursdays, so I don't even want to be available on those call queues. But I can also confirm which Google Calendar I want it to be tied to, and conflict calendars, so that you're not booking against other calendar types that you might have on your Google Calendar. This is all really, really amazing stuff. If you have Zoom and you want to make sure you're tying to the same type of functionality that you want, you can connect your Zoom to your personal profile, and that will always show up as your location ID when the appointment goes out to your clients. So this is a little bit about the calendar functions. I hope this helps. If you have any questions about your calendar functions or how you want to set this thing up, don't hesitate to talk to your account manager and your coach, and they will guide you through this whole process in a very easy manner. Appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the diverse use cases of calendar. Oh, cut that. Let's add this advanced function of calendar. I'll make a new, never mind. I'm going to make a new video for advanced calendar functions. Let's just do it here. cut out that whole section where I did the exit and then merge it into this one. After you've built your calendars, you can now get custom coded with an embed code. So you can now embed that calendar function wherever you want. Choose which calendar you want to embed. So let's say I only want my Clubhouse calendar to go to a specific spot. Boom, it changed the calendar URL and it assigns, it makes it easier for me to embed places. On a very practical level, on a customer facing level, let's take a look at what this might look like in your website. I have, for example, built a custom calendar page for people I meet on Clubhouse. I don't want them to have access to any of my other discovery calendars because I want to confirm that they are specifically from my Clubhouse. So I go into my calendar function and you can see I have this specific page wherein I have added just a, hey, it was so great to meet you. I added a custom video that I designed specific to that calendar type. And then I have just this one calendar page, not the whole set of discovery call types that are available to my clients. They don't need to know that I have other calendar types, but if I wanted to, I could change this to be my team page. So they could then book with any of my discovery call types if they wanted to. But in this particular use case, I'm just